Hi, Miss Landrum. Hi, Miss Torres. My name is Angie Gilby, and I'm so honored to have the opportunity to introduce myself to you all and the whole, hopefully, the whole Dove community. First of all, I just want to extend a congratulations to you all at Dove for your commitment to the International Baccalaureate Primary Years Program. As a lifelong learner myself, it's easy to fall in love with an idea of a program that's built to bring out the best in young learners and their community. And I'm so pleased for you about that. Knowing how important it is to find just the right educators to facilitate at an IB school, I'd like to share a little bit about myself. First of all, I have been a part of the GCISD family as a parent and then as an educator for the past 22 years. My husband was born in Euless, so it seemed natural after we started our family that we would return home. And I live right across the street from Bear Creek Elementary School, where my daughter Lauren went and where I taught for many years. She's now 25, and she's a grad student at the College of Public Health at Texas A&M University, and we are very excited that she's going to be graduating in August. I have two cute dogs. They keep me active. I have a goal of walking 10 to 15 miles a week with them, and they are great companions and many times great prompters, which always is needed. And walking keeps me in shape for my true love, which is hiking and camping, oftentimes in wilderness areas, which makes for some cool pictures. I come from a teaching family. My mom taught first grade for 30 years in California, Utah, and Texas. And my dad, being a geophysicist by profession, spent most of his career in exploration, and that translates into training a lot of young geologists and petroleum engineers out in the field on field trips, which, yes, I did go on some of them. So having grown up with their example, I did start out in more of a tech field. I progressed from coding and systems analysis into training both techs and end users in the systems we used. So kind of went more from a coding more into sort of a teaching role. And after spending a few glorious years at home, I decided that I would dabble a little bit more in the education side, see if it really was a match for me. I started out at my church preschool at FUMC Euless, and then with GCISD as a special ed paraprofessional assigned to the PPCD program. And these were amazing years. They really solidified my love for teaching and learning that the ability to guide children is the greatest gift. It instilled an understanding that yes, it's great to plan ahead and be super organized, but there is actually nothing more important than keeping yourself in the moment and making sure that you're able to interact authentically with children and bring out the best in them. After working through the Region 11 alternative certification process and an inaugural year teaching 7th grade math at Austin Middle School in Irving, I returned right back to GCISD. I had the opportunity to come back to Bear Creek. In fact, I taught 4th grade for 3 years before moving to 5th grade, where I became the team lead for a time, and I enjoyed both grade levels immensely. I was blessed with the support of amazing colleagues and teachers throughout, and during that time I did gain experience in PBL's digital classroom model as part of Cadre 3. In 2015, I was very honored to serve for a time as an instructional coach for the district, and before continuing on to GMS at STEM Academy. During that summer, I taught the Summer Bridge program for the mathematics department, and I dabbled a little bit with standards-based grading. At GMS, I continue to use the PBL model and try and refine that. And in addition to that, while teaching accelerated math, I used a flipped classroom format. Let me get that out. I kept my feet into the language arts, and I also taught literacy achievement, media tech, and young adult literature. For the past 2 years, I've had the privilege of working as the ELL reading interventionist at GMS part-time. And this was just a blessing for our family personally, as I still had the time to work with young learners and have that time with them, but also the flexibility to be a caregiver to my parents as they worked through the hospice experience. So now I am able to move back full-time a situation, and I find that I'm missing elementary. And so knowing the position that I'm interviewing for did mention that a self-contained classroom environment, I want to mention I have done that. There are certainly pros and cons about self-contained. For me, it was actually one of the best years teaching I ever had, and there is just absolutely something magical about having that extra time to build the relationships to help everyone, achieve their best. It was key. So I hope what I've shared is helpful to you as you visit with all of these wonderful candidates, and it's an honor to be considered, and I look forward to learning more about the IB program in person if you all believe that I might be a good match for Dove. Bye-bye.